Let's get into higher, lower, and Hail Mary. We always love this segment, and we're going to start with quarterback. There's nobody you loved as a higher guy as far as quarterbacks go. You said, actually, you were probably within one or two of the so-called experts pretty much on everything. So we're just going to skip over that. And is there a quarterback?
It feels like a cop-out, Nat. It really does, and I hate to do that.
It's the first time you've ever done it, and I've been doing this show with you for years. So I think, I believe there's really nobody.
The only guy I'm clearly higher on, I'm going to talk about is my Hail Mary, who's in my top 10 this week, yet only rostered in 20% of leagues. So other than that, it just seems so efficient. From Josh Allen down to Matt Stafford through my top 9, I was within 1 or 2 spots. I guess Brady he's the QB6, and I have him at QB4, so I'm a little bit higher. I have him above Lamar Jackson for the week. That's a little bold after what Lamar Jackson just did. But even then, it's like,
I don't think
everybody knows you're starting Brady.
2 spots different doesn't get you on this list.
Exactly.
All right. Lower, Ryan Tannehill. This one's not that significant either, really. You got him playing Buffalo. You got him as your QB 21. That's 5 below the experts who have him at 16. Either way, he's probably not starting for you.
But he's ranked at QB 16. Like he's below or above rather my Hail Mary. Like he's into QB leagues in a lot of rosters. I just don't get it. I think people are seeing that the weapons are back and pumped about it. Buffalo just made life very difficult for Pat Mahomes. What do you think they're going to do for Ryan Tannehill, who has had exactly one mediocre day, not even a great day yet this year? All of them have been bad except one. I'm not into this. I do not want to play Ryan Tannehill. I know that doesn't seem that crazy, but I just don't. He's routinely ranked in the top 15, and it makes no sense to me. I have no interest in playing him at all.
I feel like it's a lot like we talked about last show, where you get these reputation points. OBJ, guys that have been putting up numbers in the past, and you just kind of get used to them being a big name, and they're always ranked a little higher than they should. Tannehill was considered a nobody for a pretty long time, and kind of over the last couple of years, he gradually, and he earned this. He worked his way up to respectability. He was my quarterback last year, actually, and he did great for me. And now I think it's just taken people a little longer than it should have to back off.
I don't get it. All right. I get what you're saying.
It's name at this point. It's name. It's his weapons.
That's
I know.
An easy name to jump off of. I know under Arthur Smith he was insane, but let's get off the fucking train at this point, guys.
I'm off. I want
QB 24. Listen to this, Nat. QB 24, 24, 8, one good week. 17, 22. Yet he's ranked at QB 15 for the week. He's only beat that once, and he's got the hardest possible matchup.
We've seen that with Allen Robinson, right?
Exactly.
Right. I mean, it's like we're going to give you a ranking higher than anything that he's done all year.
He hasn't been inside the top 40 receivers yet this
I know.
year. It's awful. He would have been I could put him as my lower every single week and be right for the rest of the year.
Who did we have last year that you just hammered the lower on every single week until you
It was DJ Moore. Yeah.
Okay.
He's turned that around this year, at least, though.
Hail Mary, and this guy you've alluded to a couple of times, Taylor Heinicke, going against Kansas City. You got him as your QB 10. He's only 24% rostered. Pick him up if you need a quarterback.
I think he's going to go berserk this week. He's had over 20 fantasy points in 3 or 4 starts. The only time he didn't was against a very stingy Saints defense. Very easy bench in that week. Otherwise, he's been rock solid top 12 QB in those 3 or 4 starts. And now he gets the team allowing the most points to quarterbacks, the most points in the league in general. They're at home. This is going to be a bonanza shootout. It's 55 points over under, assuming Tyreek Hill is healthy and in there. I think this game is going to go for 70, 80 potential points. Heinicke can get it done. He's also got the Konami upside. He's great at running for the pylon. I think this guy, 10 is where I have him. I couldn't put him above Stafford or Dak, but I wouldn't be shocked to see him be a top 5 QB this week and hit 30-something fantasy points. To be only 24% rostered is insulting. I think this guy needs to be in starting lineups everywhere this week.
The must-watch for you, Lamar Jackson. He's kind of always a must-watch, though, right?
Absolutely. He's so fun anyways, but just to see him come off a 43 attempt game, completing 86% of his passes, and the week before that, 37 attempts, they're starting to let this guy air it out. And I think a lot of it is their defense sucks and they kind of have to. But unlike years past where it was oh man, we're going to watch Lamar throw, he is looking like dynamite as a passer right now. He is in the MVP conversation at this point, 500 total yards of offense. I just can't wait to see what he does in another matchup where against the Chargers, he should have to throw. Now, that's why it's also on this list. Is the Chargers have one of the best secondaries, the second fewest points allowed to QBs, the 4th fewest yards allowed to QBs in the league. I still think, Lamar, I just can't wait for that game in general. That's kind of why it's must watch is that game is going to be so fun. Two of the best in the AFC. Like, we were talking about this on Monday with our quarter one awards and that. Like, are the Chargers the best team in the AFC? They might be. This is a great measuring stick game for both teams.
One of our regulars, I don't remember if it was Mitch or Denny or somebody, picked them in the Super Bowl. So
yeah,
I don't know.
And
I said that Herbert was my dark horse to be the leading quarterback for the league for fantasy. So we'll see.
I can't wait.
I also will say about Lamar, my good buddy Johnny Goodtimes was in a fantasy game last week. I don't know if this has ever happened to you. He had the old 99% predicted to win on ESPN and lost. So that was nice.
Has it ever happened to me, Nat? Monday night, I had the 99%. I was up by 65 facing only Jonathan Taylor and Mark Andrews. They needed both combined for over 30 each. And they did. I lost by 0.8, by the way. Not even a full point. I lost by 0.8 after being a 99%er. It was one of those games. It was just one of I was obviously it sucks. You're like,
I would have been so angry.
It was also just like, okay, like how could you you can be mad, but you can't get that mad when it's a game like that. It's just like, remember that Chiefs-Rams game a couple years ago? That was
like
just
55-52 or something.
Exactly. It was just one of those moments that was just like, all right, I get it. Kick me in the balls. I'll take it this time. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments. Check out some more videos and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.